Hey guys, it is Tammy with Cheers to Creativity on a Sunday evening, and I wanted to make sure we were going to kick off the Bling and Stencil, this Bling and Stencil challenge tomorrow with just a little project. So I pulled some pieces together. I'm going to see if I can find us. Hang on one sec. And I'm going to do a quick little project, I think, I hope. So if you pop on, please say hello. This is what Tammy looks like on a Sunday when she's done nothing. Well, I've done a lot of things today, but hair and makeup is not one of them. Hey, if you guys would do this, I would certainly appreciate that. And we're going to get started because there's a fun challenge starting tomorrow with Essential Stencil and Totally Dazzled Bling. And what the challenge is to use a stencil, and you can use the stencil or you can use some rub-ons and use some of the Totally Dazzled Bling and combine them in a project and then submit them, take a picture of them and submit them for the challenge. So I was looking around for something to do it on, and I found this tin. Don't ask me where I got it. I think I picked it up at a garage sale or something, but I realized, can you see there's like a little shiny spot on it? I don't like that. So we're going to first do a little something to the background, and then we're going to see if my idea works, okay? So I'm going to put you down, and we're going to get started in just 1 second. But if you guys would do this, I would really appreciate it. So here we go. You're going down. Hey, you guys are going to be upside down, so you might want to turn your camera upside down. So this is black. I'm just going to take a couple colors. I want it to lighten up. It's kind of has, you can see it's kind of got raised here. I kind of want to emphasize that with maybe a metallic of some sort, but inside here I want to put a little lighter color. So I just picked up a blue. This is Bahama blue, and there's not much left in here, so I'm just going to pound it on my plate. And I'm going to pick up a little white too, if I can find a little white. I didn't grab white. Here it is. A little white. Here's a little white. And I'm just going to use a, oh, gracious, a real scruffy old brush. I mean, like really scruffy. Like this is really sad. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the blue, a little bit of the white. I'll lighten that up a little bit. And I'm going to take most of that off. I'm going to dry brush it off onto a towel. And I'm just going to try to come back over here in this center panel and just kind of lightly dry brush. Barely have any paint on here at all. I'm just going to go one direction. Like I said, this is a thought. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll find out. And you know what? All else fails, it's just paint. So this is a great time to just play around with a couple fun, very different products, from the sparkle of the Totally Dazzled to the stencils that we use to make our life a little easier sometimes. So I think that's pretty good. A little more. Okay, so I've added that color on there. Pretty cool. Maybe I will kind of come off this way too. All right. Now I said I kind of wanted to highlight those edges a tiny bit. So I'm going to pick up this color. It's a dazzling metallic. It's called Worn Penny. I'll put a little bit of that on my plate. Oops, way too much on my plate. And I think I'm just going to pick up a Q-tip. I don't know if this is going to work or not. We're going to try. Picking up a Q-tip. I'm going to tap some of that off. I'm going to see if I can just go really lightly. Yeah. Because it's kind of raised. I'm sure you could do this with a little brush too, but hey, I got the Q-tip out. Why not? Just picking up a little bit of that. I'm going to do that on the outer edge too. That's kind of cool looking. Huh. Now I'm rethinking what I was going to put on my design. I don't want too much. You can always add more. It's hard to take off. Oops, my doorbell is ringing. I'm hoping hubby's up there to get that, because I'm not running up there to answer the door. Okay, so can you see that? think you can. I'm gonna do the same thing on this, on the outer edge. I kind of like that. We'll get to the project here in just a second. This should have been the accent at the end, but while we're on a roll with it, let's finish it. And pick up a little more. Like I said, this is just like I said, I probably picked it up at a garage sale. Oops, too much. But look, it's just paint. I can wipe it off. So this is a clean edge of it, so I can clean that up pretty well. Let me get this edge here real quick. And then the stencil I decided to use for this is actually, it was an add-on from Stencil in the Month Club a while back, but it doesn't matter. This is kind of to show you that you can use any stencil. You don't have to use the ones that are even in stock, because you're just highlighting what you have and showing how you can use what you have with a couple different products. I think projects like that are fun. Am I putting my head in the way? I'm so sorry. A little more here. I can add more. So that's my basic thing. This is the add-on that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to use the truck in here like such. And it looks pretty centered, I'm guessing. Remember, I eyeball almost anything. When you have something like this, it's really great if you can have something to hold up your stencil that's the same height. I don't know that I have anything the same height, so I think I'm just going to be a little careful and hold it down myself. These are pretty small areas. So this is one of those makeup wedges. I get mine from our my local drugstore, which is Walgreens, but I hear that Target has good ones. I'm going to pick up a little black on my little sponge, and I'm going to put in those little tires of black. So even when I have it on my sponge, I'm still going to offload it. I'm just going to hang on to this. So we can just do the tire with the black. I do my tires first because then I can cover up if I get a little bit, if I should get a little bit into the, oops, stay still, Tammy. What am I saying? The fender. Usually I can cover it up with that color. Okay, so got that. Hang on. Don't want that. Oh, I'm going to have to be really careful. I'm going to use that other half, and I'm going to pick up a color I wanted to use, which is a green. This is avocado. I'm going to tap that on. I'm going to keep this pretty simple. Pretty simple. So I've added the green onto my sponge. I've offloaded it. I'm trying to make sure I'm lining things up pretty well. And I'm going to come in. I'm just going to tap in this green color. And I'm not going to worry too much about bumpers or anything like that. I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in, the rest of my little truck, with my green. I don't know that I have ever actually used this stencil. It does not look like it's ever been used. That happens sometimes when you have as many stencils as I do. And that's okay. So I dab this on with this green color. I'm pretty pleased with the green, but I think I want it to look a little aged. So I'm not going to clean off that sponge. I'm going to keep that same sponge. I'm going to pick up a little bit of that worn penny that I just had to go around my edge with. I'm going to take off, I'm going to take off almost all of it. And I'm just going to tap on a little bit here and there. Oops, I didn't mean to get the wheel. Come back in with my black and cover up my wheel. Uh-oh, there. I think I did it. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, ready? Ooh, that's really hard to see, isn't it? It's cool, but it's hard to see. So I got to think what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? Well, I could. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and grab. I'm going to grab a really skinny little liner brush. You could always use one of the detail brushes like these from Essential Stencil, but I'm just going to grab one that I have here and a little bit of the black. I'm going to see if it'll show up if I just kind of lightly, sort of haphazardly line my truck. So I'm going to go over this truck so you can kind of see its outline a little better. I'm going to outline that little window. I'm not going to outline all of it. Picking up a little black. Seems like one of my favorite tips that y'all have just been really liking lately is look where you're going, not where you're at with your liner. I need a little more paint. I'm running out of paint. So I'm just kind of outlining this lightly. Where I've got those stencil lines, while I'm not filling in the bridges, I'm using it more for the outline. But I can use those bridges to highlight like the fender here. And the back of the truck. Back of the door, and then we have the fence of the truck. We'll go ahead and put that in. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Remember, sound effects always help. So I hope you guys all had a fabulous weekend. I got to go play yesterday and go to the art museum in Milwaukee and see Art in Bloom, where they have floral designers interpret different pieces of art. It was so fun. And I came back with a lot of inspiration. Okay, so I've got him on. He's a little hard to see, but I think if I come in with a little bit of white and just kind of highlight just little bits of him, just a little bit, boom. All right, so we've got our truck in here. Very cool looking truck. I think I want to outline my window again because I'm sinking into that background color. That's better. And I'll just add a couple little white slashes into my window. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, so I've got my truck on here. Now I'm going to grab, what did I do with it? I'm going to grab the hydrangea rub-ons. There, right here. And I'm just going to grab some small ones. Which ones are smaller? I think these are smaller. So, need a scissors. I'm going to cut a couple of these out. Oops. The lining, yeah, it was very haphazard. If I bring it up really close to you, you'll see that it was not very great lining at all. Okay, it is this guy. Oh, a really small one. I'm trying to think what one's smaller. This one? I think I'm going to do this one. Ooh, I wonder if I want to do these instead. Maybe I just want, no, this is good. This is good. I'm grabbing another little clump of them over here. Hang on. I may have to trim these a little more in just a sec, but for right now, I'm getting these out. Okay, whoops, hang on. I'm just all over the place. Okay. A lot of times when I paint my hydrangeas, I like to have a couple different colors so they show up nicely. Oh, I do like that. Okay. So, and I did this, and I'm thinking I might actually have to come back and put my fence back on, which is fine. That's okay. So I'm going to take this one first. So your transfers come, you peel off the back, and you position them on. And I'm going to look here really quick. I don't need all of these, so I'm going to snip part of this off. I'm going to snip it straight off. Whoops. I should have done this before I took the backing off. I'm going to put them in here like such. There's those. I'm going to put that one on first. So you take the little tool that comes with it, or you can even just use the back of a brush, or you could even use your fingers. Put this on, my first one on. I might have to come back and put the fence back on there again. And then just whatever you need to, oops. And if some of it, like here, do you see right here that didn't come off, didn't go down, just lay it back down. And voila, there it is. So I've got this one. I am gonna have to come back and add my truck again, but that's okay. So I'm gonna look at this one, and I'm gonna have this one come. I'm gonna think about this one this time, and I'm gonna cut this off. I'm gonna go ahead and give myself maybe just a little mark with a, I can do it with a little detail brush. I'm just gonna I'm gonna cut it. Just that way I know where to cut it. So cut this. Oops. See, that one got stuck to my scissors. That's why you cut them first before you take the backing off. So I'm going to cut this straight off. Then I can peel this off. I'm going to put this in here like such, okay? Right on top of there. I'm going to rub that down. Do you guys see that I put a tracer out today of hydrangeas? It's one I did for my sister a couple years back. Oops, I just scratched my background. Okay, that's fine. Now before I finish what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring back our truck here for just a second, because I do want the, what do you call that? The fence in there. So I'm lining up my truck best that I can, and I'm going to go ahead and take black now and just do my truck rail, okay? So now my hydrangeas are sitting inside my truck rail. And here's my idea for my bling. Oop, let's see if I can find my bling. One, we're going to add a third hydrangea with a little piece of bling. This is from their bling wrap, and I've just cut a straight line of it. I think we're going to add that to the bottom rail. And then I couldn't decide if I wanted to do this or not. We're going to see what it looks like. No glue has been used yet, so I'm opening this piece. But I think because it might be really cool to have the flag coming out of there. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, the tool is no longer included. Good to know. I don't know that I think I missed that. I'm looking at a couple comments real quick. So do we want the flag or just the other bling? Or we could just skip the other bling and just put the flag in there too. What do you think? I do like the bling on the rail. Do you like the bling on the rail? So I've asked a lot of questions. So do we like the flag? Flag. Yes or no on flag? I'm going to look at questions. Yes or no on flag? Love the flag. Great. Okay. Yes or no on the rail bling? What do you think? And yes or no on the extra flower? The bling flower? Yes. Love the flag. Yes, flag. Yes. Okay. Well, we know the flag's going on. Yes on the rail. Okay. So let's start this like such. I want to make sure this stays inside my main area there. So what I didn't do, oh, did I grab it? Hopefully I did. I did. I'm using some CA glue. Hot glue works well with this stuff too. Yes on the rail. No to the bling flower. Okay. So we're going to go flag and we're going to go rail. No on rail. No on the extra bling. Yes on the flag. Okay, we're going to start with the flag. If the flag seems to be a yes, let's definitely do it. Okay, so I'm going to grab my CA glue. You think the extra flower is too much? Okay, we're going to skip the extra flower. We're going to definitely do the flag. I am just using CA glue right now, which is a very fast drying glue. Like I said, hot glue would work well as well, but I didn't plug in my glue gun, so that would be a little bit of a challenge. So let me see what I can do. If I can do this without gluing myself to the piece, we will see. hang tight, hang tight. Make sure it's glued on there. I'm going to go back and look real quick and see where we ended up on Bling on the rail. I think we're going to do the rail. So I want to show you what this stuff looks like. Boom, boom, boom. It comes in a roll this big. Is that incredible? And it's quite inexpensive. I mean, I think it was like $20 for the whole thing. And I've already done, I don't know how many umpteen projects with it. And you can tell this is just one single row of it. And we're not even going to use the whole row. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to go right there. We're going to go right underneath it. I'm going to cut it off there. Snip, snip. Okay. Going back to here. I'm laying this down. And I'm going to have to put some ground underneath this truck because it's floating in midair. And that just doesn't work for me. I'm going to take this and lay it down. Oh, I might have gone. I may have one too many. Oh, we might have to snip one off. Oh, I think that's so cute. Let's grab us some brown or any color. We just need some dirt under there. It could be black, I guess. We could make it black. I'm just going to pick up that same brush I used. I'm just going to make sure there's a little bit of dirt underneath here, underneath my wheels. And I'm going to like it better if it's brown. So what I used on this for the bling is, that is an antique bronze flag. And then the bling wrap. And we use the hydrangea in the back of our truck. It's kind of cute. What do you think? I think it was fun. Let me cover up my glue so I don't. That is a big roll of bling. Yes, it is. It certainly is. Okay, so here's our details, okay? The details are that, stop that, that the challenge starts tomorrow. You can enter as many times as you want. In the places you can get the essential stencils and the bling are in the description of this live, as well as posted numerous times on my page. And all you need to do is use an essential stencil product and a Totally Dazzled product together and use the hashtag TDES challenge when you post them, and post them on Facebook or Instagram, and you have a chance to win. There's also a link for all the other details you might need to know, but you have until May 8th, so that's 2 weeks to create some bling and stenciled projects. And I can't wait to see what you create. The discount that you can use also is listed on there, and that's for 25% off either place, both places, but that starts tomorrow too. So if you're looking to use that discount, it starts tomorrow. And, you know, tomorrow starts in what? 4 hours? So yeah. Hang tight, guys. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate your input. I think that turned out rather sweet. Till I see you again, please be kind, be safe. Check out all the fun things we're doing this week. You will see me live every day. Every day? Every day. And I will be doing some stenciling and blinging projects every day. And maybe something else. So hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Until I see you again, be kind. The world needs our kindness. Be safe. I want you safe. And cheers. Bye, guys.